guess. All right. Take two. Hello and welcome to Sunday, the 11th of May, 2025. Loki is very excited. It's Mother's Day in the US, in the America. Loki wants snacks. I want to sew stuff. I don't have a head. Hello, I do have a face. Welcome to the circus. I'm your host, Phoenix Electra. This is one of my illustrious co-hosts, the Fluffy, the Polydactyl, the handsomest, the Loki, and here I have the little man, the troublemaker, Billu, the shithead himself. And Freya Frufers is glowering from the peanut here. I hope everyone is. I hope all are well. As per usual on Sundays, my prepped list is a mile long and I only have a finite number of bobbins. And yeah, we'll start with that. Loki, we moved the snack time back, the concession stand, until more of the tent seats at the tent got filled. You tell them, Freya Frufers, why aren't they here? Loki's still ready for snackies, but you gotta wait a few minutes. We just gotta admire your handsome fluffiness. Yeah. Do you want to show the camera your beautiful blue eyes? No. Don't tell me I'm not handsome. And I love snacks. I love snacks so much. I will beat them with my extra thumbs. Loki, there's nobody here yet except for you and me and the cats and our assistant. The illustrious assistant. So what might I have on the menu for today? I forgot to grab that blankie, but I can use per said assistant if I ask nicely. Because I pulled, there is a mountain here that needs to be pressed. The ironing board's not set up. I thought about doing it last night and I changed my mind. We have a top that I think will show how I mark pattern pieces for the sewing notations. This has got darts we need to put in and notches to line stuff up. I'm going to hand baste that because I don't think we've done that. And then we can do a quick fit check for the main pieces that are, if I'm going to have a fit issue, it's them. So I did not cut everything out yet. And one of the pieces, my eyes don't see it on the big pattern piece. Okay. Okay, I just have to look past you, but we're having a slow Sunday because people have moms and do stuff. I spoke with mine yesterday. Hey, little fluff. Yeah, this heap here is the blocking mat that had when I thought that I was going to use my and I'm not, I'm just looking at all the pieces. What if we use the crochet motifs and cut a piece of net and adhere them to that and do decorative stitches? The answer is yes, that is what you're going to do, Phoenix. So we can start to take that apart and get that set, sketched, the outline stuff. Okay, so we've got that, we've got that, we've got that. We have so much stuff. I forgot what I was talking about. Wow, this is not the way to grow to be the most amazing sewing station. Boys, we have to do some sewing or something because you guys getting snacks and Loki, you doing your treats in my humble opinion as the host of this show, is one of my favorite parts. So I want more people to see it. Yeah. All engagement equals more pets for cats, because we can't do engagement for snacks for cats because that makes for fat cats. But where do we want to start on this circus of disaster? Should we start by taking those tulle squares and sewing leaf shapes to turn inside out and stuff for our transformation to a sea hag costume? That's going to take forever because it just is. So we're going to do a little bit here, a little... Oh! Changing of the cats! Oh my gosh, It was like the border exchanges at the border between Pakistan and India. You're like, oh, I can kick higher. No, I can kick higher. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I won't unpick this. I'll show this off later when more people get here. But these are a whole bunch of the... I'm dropping blocking pins. Irish crochet motifs. Can you... There we go. Thanks. So we're going to unpin them, unpick some of the... I just am not loving the act of the crocheting in between the motifs. And we have learned from the Mr. Singer there are other ways. So I'm going to take the parts that I love from one technique with the parts that I love from another technique and smush them together so that I get maximal enjoyment out of the making process, which is an important part of the making process. Hey dude, we're kind of like camouflaged together, you and me. We're matching. Yeah. No? You're not gonna yell. You're not gonna talk for the camera either. You're just gonna be a pooper duper. We have... Oh, okay. Okay. So, oops. The paper TV monster says, you should come hang out with us. All right, my rulers that I've been using for... Wow, Phoenix. Oh, that's right. We are getting the 2 squares. Did I put Phoenix? You just touched everything. I'm losing my marbles this morning. They're all gone. But... Did I put them in there? Phoenix, where? Is this a sewing show or a sewing show? I thought I put those pieces close because I was going to stitch on them. Oh, you know what? I bet you they're here. Okay. Control chaos. Control chaos. Okay, let's see here. That was probably super flattering angles. Oops. One, but where? All right, well, never mind. So, where's my magic slippers? There's my magic stitching slippers. Slide on, slide in, smile, sit up straight, fit. Oh gosh, darn it. Don't move these guys out of the way. We don't need no trouble from them this morning. Not at all. They're absolute controlled chaos. So I have gajillions of that green, and I thought I don't know how much there is of this. I cut up all of it. It's super scratchy, but I thought we could do a quasi chemise a la reine and try a technique to see how we enjoy the stitching of it. And real quick, I'm going to sew a leaf motif out of this tulle because I want to, and I can. Okay, let's tuck in, sit up straight, adjust our hair, be pretty, smile. Hello, Freya Froofers. I know you guys are all upset that I haven't offered up snacks yet, but I'm the one with the opposable thumbs around here. Oh, I feel like I'm stabbing myself in the eyeball with my microphone. Okay. And away we go. Okay, we do need to drive slow because this tulle is a... Oh, Phoenix. I'm just doing like an ovally leafy shape. Nothing fancy, just kind of big, trying to take up as much of this tulle. So I have a stack cut from leftover tulle that we'd cut into strips for that. Maybe that. My brain was just recalling one of the other garbs that we've made and not worn that has the lavender, like denim with the that organza and this blue tulle with the ruffles. What if we use that as the base for our sea hag costume? See? Leaf shaped. And I left a hole, so theoretically, if we find where the opening is, we can turn this around. There we go. Just pushing it, and eventually it will figure out, and I can find the right side. I'm just going to finger it open. If this was chunky material, you might consider snipping, trimming it closer, but I'm going to make a gajillion of these and fill them with the scraps. Because Mount Scrapmore still bugs me. And I'm using it to avoid figuring out that I probably need to clean my closet or come up with better storage for... Well, that is fun. And if we stick it with yarn scraps and stitch over them, they'll be like these weird little petals, or what am I thinking of? Leaves. Because these are leaf shaped. Or we could make them flowers. I'll just... let's just stuff this. Oh, and these, funnily enough, are from the Green Moire that I found we do have a little bit left of, and some trim pre-made, so we might spend some time going ham on pre-made stuff. Or stuff we already made. And if we stitch over this, it will just be extra fun. And we all know Phoenix hates getting rid of scraps, even these little trash things. I have a problem, so if I can make use of them, my machinations are justified. We stuffed it. And then we stitch over it. I don't want to use the gray thread, so let's throw some rolled hems in on this skirty thing, because it's basically a whole bunch of rectangles, and they're going to be attached. We're going to insert sections for drawstrings, and these go to the other sewing machine. I'll just set you there so I remember. Found more snips because we moved things around. Okay, so I have this skirt. I have lots of stuff cut up. So let's just start at the very beginning, because it is a very good place to start. We're going to lick our rolled hem foot on. We're going to hope for the best that we have the tension on our upper thread correct. And I think if I were... Oh, hello, Jess. I know you can't stay. Oh, no worries. It's all good. Yeah, I figured there's some of these Sunday holidays and people have families and do stuff. You have a happy Mother's Day and hope it is spectacular. We're just going through the machinations of crazy here today. And yeah, you have fun with all your adventures, honey. So here, out of this lovely lavender, this is so itchy. I'm going to need a petticoat. Oh, there's the outside. These are going to be the gathered rectangles for the sleeves. So we're going to sew a channel so we can fold it up to feed our lace through. Oh, you're welcome. You're always crazy. Yes. Yeah, my brain that is controlled chaos. I can see where certain things might be applicable in the way it functions, but nobody's told me, so regardless, you just have to live with it and figure out how to manage shit. So, this is me not managing by sewing rolled hems because the beauty and monotony of them just bring me joy. You know what? Maybe it's because I got too many slippers on and I can't feel the treadle underneath my feet. Because it's my. Or is it the chair that I feel too low? I made too many iterations. But I think this gauzy dress with a cute little sweater will be nice with tights or leggings. Actually, I don't wear tights, but I do wear leggings as tights. And then just separate socks and shoes. Shoes. Oh, but our stitches are alright. Our tension is not. Our tension is good. Let's not jinx it. So we'll do the sleeve rolled hems. We'll do the top of the bodice section. I do not know why I cut the bodice from the skirt section because the shaping is done by laces strung through a channel, and I could have just left it and just top stitched the lacing channels in, but I followed somebody's video and then was like, if you're cutting rectangle, don't buy patterns if you're cutting rectangles. Come on, people. That is what a little bit of measuring and just, if it's going to be that baggy and shapeless and it's all adjustable through the ties, like, why waste your money? I don't get some things. There's a lot I don't understand. And I can bitch about them because this is my stitch and bitch. I think that was the fastest papal conclave in my living memory, though, to be frank, I've only been alive for it. This was my third. This was my third conclave. And I could have backstitched, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be French themed. Are we going to do flat felt seams like we do? Because I can. Do I want to seam it? And then we're just going to fold it up, stitch it down again for the channel that's going to shape it around, and then this will be the top. That's squished in. Okay, there's one. Where's my other one? I folded everything up nicely so I wouldn't lose it, and I would remember which piece went to which part, but alas, even with attempts at preparation. But no, we continue to practice because failing to prepare is only preparing to fail. So stitch on, folks. So we've been watching from some channel, some season of Project Runaways from when, after the Amazon had them, that they moved to Bravo, whatever, who owns you, whatever. And I can completely see why there is a group of stitchers who insists that every act of picking up a needle is a political act. And, I don't fault that piece of it. Do I agree with their politics? Hell no. But they're entitled to their thoughts, and if they're open about them and I can know and see, then I know who not to talk to. It makes my life easier. So, whatever. Okay, yeah, so that's what we're gonna cover. So then we're gonna do the rolled hem for the top, because that gets a neckband shaping, and I think that also includes the shoulders. So we'll figure it out. It's just sewing lots of hems and sewing straight seams, and then magically we're gonna have a schmata. It's just gonna be magical. I also have prepped the however many yards I cut of 5-inch wide stuff for the ruffle, for the silver double circle skirt cover for the can petticoat, which is why we need to do the hand basting for a version of a top. So sleeves done. We're just gonna drape them here. So thank you for my rose. You're welcome. Oh, she's so pretty. The last one she moved out yesterday and she still smelled glorious. I have coffee left. Can have coffee and roses. What a day. What a glorious day. Coffee and roses. And boys are angry because I haven't given snacks yet. But it can't be a terrible day when we have our yarn cup mug vessel. So unless I mixed up, nope, this is the bodice. That goes this way. It also needs a rolled hem at the top because the sleeves gather in to form the top of the yoke, which there's the wrong side. There is a right and a wrong side, but the lavender shades are they're close. Now it's just as well I talked to the mummers yesterday because then I could hear that they had plans for today, so which was awesome. So then I didn't feel bad for missing them. But I was thinking how fun making a new schmata, because my grandmother, this is not her treadle machine. That one had a different plans for it just was slated, whatever. And it wasn't her very first machine ever because she got that one when she moved to this country. So it just is what it is. But my grandma, she had an electric, but always used her treadle. She also didn't have a washer or a dryer. She washed in a wash sink in the laundry room and then hung dry stuff or washed just soaked stuff in the bathtub, like her knitwear and stuff, because she knitted as prolifically as she sewed. And her shoe collection, oh my god, people used to joke that I was Mel DeMarco, but no, and they were all in their like she had boxes where all her shoes were in. They were just stacked from like all the boxes of shoes. Oh, did we run out of boobin? This is what happens when chat's quiet and I can actually listen, and I'm only half prattling. Okay, take your feet off the treadmill. You know better, Phoenix. All right, first bobbin down. Just gonna make sure there's no oblivious schmuzz. No, obvious is the word I was looking for. Oh, I've got 2 empty bobbins. Oh, man. It's a good thing we've got more bobbins, though today is not... I don't think we're going to attempt to stitch till the bobbins run dry, but you never know. If I do that, that might require Phoenix takes an intermission. Okay, where's the end of this? Okay. Oh, sleeve, how dare you? Oh. Yeah, cats or humans making noise. Free of roofers, what's going on in there? Nope, that sounds like humans moving stuff. Okie dokie doo. Hello, dear. Hello, fly. No, there's no flies. What we do have is a knot, so we're just gonna sacrifice the tip of that one. Get back up there, sleeve. All right, bobbin, no. Bobbin almost resorted. There we go. Oh, that satisfying snap when the bobbin locks into her spot. We're stitching for victory, boys and girls. We have to remember how to do these things, how to remember to do things by hand. Because just because a machine can do it, and sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. Or, I mean, a robot, not a machine. Well, now we're just getting into the weeds with semantics, and I did that yesterday. There's something about feeling something in your hands and in your body. But I don't get the same thing creating with a computer and just seeing something. It doesn't give me that same tactile satisfaction. Okay, 1/2 of the bodice stitched. Should we make this the front or the back? We'll do the front so we're not so naked. Oh, I guess we're just gonna sew and dress at the same time. How fancy. And don't forget to stop and smell the roses. Okay, now what's going on here? There we go. I'll just ease you out of that situation and slide you into something more appropriate. There we go. All right, let's get stitching. All right. Best little circus sound. All of the info webs. I know, I made this. Leo was going to wear it ages ago, and then I slipped a seam open and was like, can't have that seam open. So I fixed it, laid it down, and today was like, let's do this. Also, for fitting purposes and seeing how things lay, having something that's not overly flowy or bulky will be to our advantage. But first things first. And we haven't, I'm sure it's going to hoop great, but we haven't done that yet either, so I've got to put this training outfit through its paces. Remember, I think, I definitely want to make a velour. I have that like plum burgundy stretch velour that is definitely we're gonna make pants out of, but maybe we'll do 3/4 length, bracelet length sleeves, and another open back but in a short style. Alright, and then here's the top of the back piece. I'm just going to set that one in my lap. Alright, now we just have the bottom skirt sections to hem. Yeah, because I could have left it all. Oh, it doesn't matter. We decided to try this version, which is why sometimes we make the same things, but we do different iterations of it. So we see, oh, I did not enjoy doing it that way. Is there a way that I find more pleasing, either in the end result or in the manufacturing? And I don't know until I have done. Maybe I'll just stop prattling and we'll just listen to the machine for a while. Okay. Okay, last hem. Oh, I gotta take my computer apart and clean those fans. Shouldn't be working that hard. Okay, so I'm just going to line up the side seams, or the sides where the seams are. Right sides together. Did I? These are supposed to be rectangles. I put in a... Which is the right side? Alright, let me put in the correct hem. Am I going to take out where I accidentally put an extra one? Nope. But do need to make sure I put it on the correct side this time. Actually, maybe that... almost gives me an idea. Because if I do that, then that side is going to be finished and it will leave a nicer opening at where the drawstring, where the channels are. Okay. Then I'm going to do that same thing on the other piece. I love the rolled hem foot. You're one of my favorites. Alright, so here I was thinking I was almost done with rolled hemming, only to realize we're gonna do a... Okay, it's gonna be great. Because the time that we spend taking care of the seams and making sure everything's nicely finished will pay dividends in the long run. The extra care and time we spend on these steps. so maybe, that's right, because we can do a regular hem with this foot. So we'll just start to slowly construct things. Hey, Loki. You handsome cat, you. Okay, so let me just make sure we've got it right. This shouldn't be this complicated. There we go. Okay, so here's the bottom of the skirt. Here's the top where the waistband is going to be. I'm just gonna stitch straight, and then because this is narrow enough, just gonna send both the halves and do a beautiful little rolled hem at the edge. Then we'll leave the flat side open. I didn't even have to change feet. I think my scene was wandering. We're just driving down its own little winding path through the forest. Okay, I'm trying to trim my seams because I hate doing it at the end. And we're just going to take the two pieces of the fabric. You know what, let's make sure our threads are not errantly placed. Then we'll have a nicely finished seam. I guess I could have tried the overlocker again. Next time. I just got stuck in a way of doing things. Okay. Let's do a quick little back stitch. Oh, that looks so... Oh. Okay. Let me trim this and hold this up to the camera so you can see what I'm oogling and ogling over that I love so much. The edge of this seam. And that's the skirt section. Done. So next we'll do that same rolled hem on this side for the bodice section because there's going to be the eyelets there also. So the rolled hem is the neck side. At least I'm not going to get the sides as mixed up. The rectangles for the skirt section are basically a square, but they're not. They're a rectangle. I know today's kind of a silly day to ask if folks want to see when I do folks want to see how I cut stuff up sometime or not? The trouble with it is I usually am on the floor and it would be really hard to read chats, but I guess that's just an excuse. If folks want it, I could try to see what I can come up with. Okay, so that is that one. Sweet spot is. Where did I put Oh. Phoenix, you're wearing your stuff like a scarf. Here I am thinking I'm misplacing pieces again. No, it's just me. What a fun day to sew a flower dress for Mother's Day. Okay, then we're going to do the same seaming like we did on the skirt section. Did I say? How did I manage to do two of the same? Neckline, neckline. Oh darn. Looks like I have to put in another old hem real fast. Why did I think if I was sewing a rectangle that it didn't matter which short side I stitched? But no. It's fine. I almost thought about seeing if I could just do the rolled hem and the seam all in one fell swoop, but not feeling that brave, even though I don't think it would fail. But since I already have the rolled hem on, I'm going to use that, and then we'll leave the longer one on the bottom so we can hem that one over. Oops, but I need enough to roll over. My brain got lost watching this, how I'm rolling over, stitching over the rolled hem through the space that I was machinating over when we attempted to do the cording, if it would have worked instead of trying to stitch it all the way, or to get it to go underneath the rolled hemmer part of it. If we had just laid it so it just went underneath, and if it went through the channel, it doesn't need to go through all the curves, it just needs to ride through in the channel. But we will have to back burner that machination because we're already in the middle of something. Coffee. We're in the middle of more coffee. Okay. Caffeinated we have been. Yeah, but I think this is actually the selvage edge, so it's going to be fine, but for the practice, we are going to stitch to the bottom here. Even though we're making Sphinx grumpy. Okay, thanks. I'm just going to massage this out the bottom. Maybe. We're stuck somewhere. We're stuck. There we go. We are free. Okay, so I think now that we have bodice top and a skirt, can line up. This is the, I think these pieces should just be the same length. maybe? No. Timber. Okay, so the bodice top is a couple inches longer. So what we're gonna do is, I know that we need this where I need things to line up. So that needs to line up along that seam for definitely. So we're gonna put a pin. And I know for definitely that we need to line up at the opposite end. So we're going to wrestle this fabric onto the table and stick in another pin right there. And the shortest side is in the middle, so we can set something heavy or use our presser foot as a pair of hands to hold the middle, hold somewhere roughly here. I am trying to not be exact and then being grumpy. So you can hold the where it's pinned, that is your middle. And I know if I do the same to the other section, I can pinch it, fold it, find the middle, stick my finger in there, lift up the presser foot, and we're just gonna hold both of those layers, because then I can do, I think I just need one pleat here, and I'm pinning it back far enough because I need to seam these two together, but then also roll it over to make the channel. So what I might just do is sew it at like 1 inch, because then we'll roll hem the edges together and we'll just fold that over for, let's see here, and we're gonna go towards the center. But we want them going in the same direction. I'm just doing a little foldy over to take up the excess. Pin it nice and deep. And I can just for good measure slap a pin there, and then we're going to do the same thing on this opposite side. Oh, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is just going to be an easy schmata thing. Okay, there's our middle, and I guess who needs one of those fancy, adorable hummingbird holder tools when you can just use your presser foot as your extra pair of hands? I'm just doing the same two little two little pleats by moving them to the opposite direction where they go so that everything is pointed to that same seam. From what I hear, it doesn't matter what seam, it's just where you like and just be consistent. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so I'm going to stitch these lengths together. I think I am just going to change out presser feet and we're going to put the regular one on. Then we'll put the rolled foot back. That's what I feel like. Alright, skirt sewing continued. Actually, this is not a skirt. It's a dress. Okay. I'll just hang out over there. Okay. Just throwing stuff around because I feel like it. Darn it all. Okay. Hey, Fry Foofers. You want some snacks? You think it's time for snacks? Let's see if we can get a little bit more stitched, okay? I am really annoyed with these crappy fabrics where you accidentally stitch through one of the warp or the wefts and it just scrunches the whole thing. I'll be glad when all that's out of my stash. Except I don't know who's going to do that until I start stitching. Christmas really. Still no. Don't spill the rose overboard. And for the pleat sections, I'm really trying to pay attention to what's on the most bottomest section. It's easy to see what's going on top, but I try to almost pull that tuck up so I can see it, so I know that I catch it, because if not, then sometimes it doesn't get stitched the way it's supposed to. I'm just holding the fabric flat. It's more important with a chunkier fabric. But if I do it all the time, then I don't forget. Oh, maybe we'll take some of that. So some bias cords for the to flow inside the channels. Okay, so now we're going to put the rolled hem foot back, catch the edge, stitch. So then we've got a finished edge to stitch along for the drawstring channel, and I think we're going to have that go towards the inside, and then we're going to apply a channel on the outside for under the bust. So we've got the waist channel, and we'll figure out where we need to put the bust channel. But we'll sew that on the top side. Rolled hem for waistband channel. You trying to find snackies for Creepy Gooby? Why you got your fangs out? What doesn't smell good that you got your fangs out, girly? I know. There we go. I forgot where our project was. All right, beautiful Rose. I'm going to set you, because I'm afraid I'm going to... make a violent hand maneuver, and we don't want that. I'm going to be very careful stitching over the pleats. Don't torture the audience's ears, Phoenix. Oops. I lost. It's supposed to be stitching 2 layers of fabric and not just the one. So I'm just trying to see if I can force it into a hole there. Okay. Fortunately, all this smush is going to be on the inside. And nobody is going to see it besides us. But do try to be mindful where your fabric is. It's like trying to pay so much attention when I went over the pleat that I completely got lazy over the non-pleated section. So I was so focused, then I became unfocused. But because we took the time to do that extra rolled hem, we'll have a nice finished section where the tie channel is. I shouldn't jinx myself. I needed a 1 show make, so. But we're not finished making yet, so Phoenix, don't get overly excited. And you're coming to another pleat. Low down, low bridge, everybody down. Low bridge, we're coming to a town. Then you'll always know your neighbors, and you'll always know your pal. When you navigate the canal. Get in there. There we go. We'll just slip that back into place there. Oh, again! Phoenix. Be more careful. Okay, I'm just massaging because we're so close. Good thing a whole bunch of this is just going to be hiding on the inside because our finest stitchery it is not. Be gone with ye threads, be gone with ye. Okay, so let's And we're going to switch out the feet to our regular foot, stitch down this lacing channel for the inside. We'll just slip our sleeves over there. Oh, there's... Hello, dear. I'm just going to stitch along the seam line, and then when I attach this to make it a tube, I'm just going to knot stitch where we need it to stay open, but then everything is all nicely finished. Okay. Carrying, stitching on my wayward son, down the coast where you were gone. Stitch on, stitch on, stitch on your wayward son, down the coast where you were gone. Okay, we've reached the halfway point. It's like, oh, I hope I've been sewing this on straight from the other side. Oops. Yeah, maybe we will real quick just stitch this into a tube, because that will help ensure that I don't accidentally throw the microphone overboard. And what I was going to say was encapsulate the underbust channels in the side seam, because I know that's something I might accidentally do. So we're just gonna attempt to prevent that from happening, boys and girls. Fingers crossed. Oh, we lined up. Great. And I just need to draw stitch kind of close to the edge because I don't need to do any other finishing because we already have a rolled hem. Do I need... Okay, my brain was getting lost thinking about attaching the sleeves. Nope, I need it all to be a tube. We'll sew the tubes for the sleeves. So we need to figure out... Well, we'll get that sorted when we get there. Just take a moment and just enjoy driving down a straight seam. Then we can slip this part of the schmata on. We'll be wearing a giant tube. Get back there. No, just shush up and let me drive. Ooh, let's get rid of those threads while we see them, because if not, we'll be walking around strutting our stuff thinking we're hot shit, and untrimmed threads will be peeking through, and we will be exposed. We can't have that. Okay. Now that we've tidied up a little bit, stitch on, stitch on, stitch on, stitch on. Okay, so here we are. Good thing I just double checked. We're just gonna smooth that out. I'm gonna stitch to the top of the channel. Get one more stitch in there. I'm gonna back stitch just to the top of the channel. Disengage the needle, pull onto the other side of the channel, stitch, back stitch, and then get to the end. Now we will have a lovely tube to slip on. just a moment, we can slip on this beautiful lavender sack. I'll even turn it right side out for you. How's that? So it cinches in at the waist. A little bit higher, we'll stitch another one. And now to figure out what's up with these sleeves. What's up with sleeves? Let's do that same rolled hem to the sides because we also need a channel for the sleeve poofs. We'll just pin ourselves into our garments today. There. Oh, Phoenix, if you're gonna use the rolled hem foot, it helps if you put it on. Okay, there's one sleeve, two sleeve, red sleeve, blue sleeve. No, oh. Okay, one more roll to go. I'm sure there's going to be one that I like forgotten. We'll get to the end and I'm like, oh, there was one more I needed to do. Two sleeves. All right, we're gonna sew the channels on for the end of the arm. I think I'm just gonna do it like just like half an inch. Could I pin and mark and be fancy? Yes. Am I going to? Odds are no. Yeah, I did extra tray. You know what? Somehow my brain is faffing about with how we attach the sleeves. There's supposed to be a drawstring through the shoulder and the neck section. But I guess I shouldn't dwell on that because I do need to make sure that I sew this cord relatively evenly and okay, one sleeve with channel stitched. We can put our seam in on this side. I'm going to start at the bottom because I know that section absolutely I would like to line up. The top we can fudge at the next section if needed. But ideally not. my bobbin run out? Again? Nope. There we go. Nope, somehow when we were trimming stuff, we accidentally slit the wrong stuff. Now we're gonna stitch with thread. Okay, now where were we? The star key. Okay, so on the top part, we just have a little bit that gets attached at the top, and then the rest gets all lumped in with the neck, and then we just tighten all of that as one unit. Okay, channel number 2. I don't like the sinking feeling, like I'm forgetting or that I do. Hello, Allie. Welcome. Yeah, just stopped by for a hot minute. I don't know if she's here anymore, but welcome. I'm. Oh, we're just having a slow day because it seems like most folks are visiting with family, and well, I can't do that, so we are here. But we've pinning myself into pieces of fabric. Just stitching a schmata up today with this super fun lavender colored flowers with like cornflowers, or I don't know. I just wanted a new dress, so I just cut it up. I hope you're doing okay, good Ellie. I hope you get to treadle again soon. Yeah, it's just been a quiet day show so far, but that's alright. Means I got a lot of stitching done. But don't you worry, because my project tub is burstingeth with projects. Oh, no, I didn't make a decision. I was trying to think, because I need to... Phoenix, where's your words? Finish this last sleeve seam, pin it, figure out where I need to attach it, and then do a rolled hem that's got this shoulder section plus the front and back. And then sew the cord. Okay. That was really challenging for my brain to try to spit out all those words. I just had this. What a yard and a half. Ah, why did I do that? Okay, there we go. It's just having a day of it. Okay, 2 sleeve tubes. Brilliant. Okay, so let me turn this right side out. We'll slip this on. We'll see what this disaster looks like. Then we can figure out how to finish. Actually, this isn't a disaster. I'm quite pleased with myself. I'm quite chuffed. Oh, you and Mom, you have a great Chinese food. Yeah, that's less like, I'm just gonna show up, stitch, yammer, not talk. See what happens. Loki's mad because I haven't given snacks yet. But we'll attach part of the undersleeve and then the rest of the front section. We'll have that for the draw cord. Okay. There. Before I deal with this sleeve nonsense, I think... No, Phoenix, just start to sort out this... But I don't want to. Alright, I'm not... We have almost a whole dress finished. But I don't want to take it off yet, so we will start with something. Oh, do you think... Hey, dude, you're back? I know you guys are kind of mad. You haven't had snacks yet. You guys want snacks? No, okay. I didn't feel like handing out snacks either. All right, boys, you've been good. Let me get the snacks. It is very airy and light. Yes, it's like poly something. It's super scratchy. It doesn't feel very nice. Oh, that's right. I pinned it into my brassiere. But I fear with it being. Let me just. How to. Oh, wardrobe change live on air. All right. It is very light, warm slightly because it's poly, but it's just kind of trying to practice the different things for the chemise à la reine. So I've got the. Oh, there's the sleeve. Got the top, the section, the waist channel. I'm going to top stitch from the right side, the underbust channel. Then I've got the channels for the sleeve seam. So I just need to attach said sleeve to bodice section, do a whole bunch of rolled hemming, and add the top neck channel. Yeah, so we're almost there. Oh, yeah, no. It is not soft. It's like scratchy and itchy. It kind of feels. It really feels like wearing plastic. It's going to need a beautiful. I think I might have to wear one of my silk slips underneath. One of those. Remember that that pink silk brocade? I think it needs one of those underneath. But I think if we do the underarm for a spell, and then that'll be the top neck. Yeah, but it's all right. It was in the stash. We had it. But it wasn't living its best life. Come on, little dude. Do you guys want snacks finally? Because I've been holding out, waiting for. All right, we'll open the concession stand. The concession stand at the circus is now open for business. Oh, and our. All right, Brave Rippers, let me get you yours. Okay. Step right up. Step right up. Okay, good boy. Okay. It'll be fine. Oh, and I hadn't worn this one. This Leo. The back is still too big, but I do like the raglan sleeves with the back that we put in. Okay. Good job. Loki, do you want to do your tricks? Do you want to show everybody how smart you are and do your between the leg tricks? Come on. Don't make me look bad. Can we do one more? Come on, don't make us look bad. Come on. Loki. All right, I'll let you get away with doing it that way. Little man, you need more tricks. Loki, can we do that again? Can you do that one a little bit better? Okay, we gotta do number 3. Come on. Come on, show Allie how good you are. You did the same error twice. You did the same thing twice. Okay, 3rd time's the charm, alright? Should we do the whole way? You're gonna go around? 2? Come on. Loki, come on. You know how to do this trick. Come on, you know. Loki. Are you gonna play hard to get? Come on. You know how we do this trick. Are you serious? Alright. Alright, good job, boys and cats. Good job. That's it. Bray is done. I got more stitching to... I've got more seams to stitch. Good job, boys. They've been waiting. They were like, Mom, you've been sewing and yammering for 2 hours. I know. Isn't he so good? He's so food motivated. And no, I'm so proud that he learned that in between the leg weave trick. I was so proud. But I started it when I was feeding him dinner so that because he's so food motivated, and most of the time he doesn't make me look bad, except for the times where he does. Yeah. This kind of feels like a 70s like old lady's dress. All right, can I suss out what I need to do? Because I think I guess the tie should be at the top. So there's the middle. Okay, I'm sorting this out. I also have next to me, remember we made that, I have my crop and my joggers out of this skull fabric, and I made that super long tunic tent thing that I wore it a couple times. I was like, I don't love it. So I separated the top from the bottom, and from this bottom, I decided that I was going to cut these black triangles from another skirt that I sacrificed that I wasn't wearing. So we're going to put little triangle godets at the bottom, and then we're going to give it a cheetah print waistband and make it into a top and a skirt. And I might take the top and attach, because I have chopped off a hoodie. Oh, has that got the weight lace in the middle? We'll figure it out. So I've got that. I've got 20 yards of rolled hem. I pulled, this fabric I think would be so funny for a pair of stays or something, but why did I turn it around? The print is pretty much the same. It's this conifers and maple leaves with trees. I just don't know which stays pattern I want to try. But we'll get there next. I've got too many things I'm stitching on, and I've not finished anything quite yet. Alright, can I... Where's the top? Okay. Let me lay this project to the side so I can see clearly now the fabric's gone. I can see all projects on my way. Yes, that's what I was thinking. That's the fabric I was... Like, it's not quite the M2 or whatever it is, those camo prints, but I think hunting stays would be hysterical. Yes, these are my tactical stays. This is the fabric I was thinking about when we were joking about using the old audio cables as the cording channels. Yeah, because doesn't everybody need a pair of tactical stays? You got some pockets, you got little clips for your comms, a little thing so I can hold my... Should I make it a little pocket for my radio? Oh, yes, with a camo parasol. Yes. So I need to figure out what pattern I want, because I am all... It's just going to be really funny to me. Okay, we have a top. We have a bottom. Oh, there's our channels. Okay. I think seams are going to be down the front and center, so that's where the ties are. Okay, center, front, side, front now. I guess those stays will definitely be as outerwear support garments, because camo stays are too pretty to like hide. And microphone, stop falling like that. I just think it'll be funny to make it. And that is a good enough reason for me. Why? Having this is a giant rectangle of tubes. There's no shaping. Why is my brain getting into a cluster fudge muffin of trying to figure out how to just pin these in? This is the bottom underarm. This is the bottom underarm. This needs to be on the outside. This is why I was going to work on the... Oh, because I can... Okay. Because I'm going to line up the center. I'm going to sew the underarm section. Then I'm going to do the rolled hem. Do I need to do the rolled hem and the channel section first and then attach the sleeves? But the channel section needs to be all attached because it's just one drawstring that does the top of the shoulder cap to the front. I need to do the rolled hem in the side, then I can do the giant hem. Okay, holy moly. I've been going so good. Then the boys start fighting. Then I take a break and my brain completely goes into, I don't know how to construct basic shaped garments right now. But I think we're good. I almost embarrassed myself. Oh, that wouldn't be the first time. And then we'll go through, we've got those white things, we'll get the bias. So lots of strips so that we got something long enough. We'll go from there. Oh, that skull skirt with the cheetah print waistband is going to be super fun too. So I just felt like I was wearing a tent, and I'm like, you could wear something shapeless and unflattering, but if you don't love it, and it's just fabric, you can change it. So yeah. That might mean I need a snack. I think I do need a snack. I had scrambled eggs with leftover meatloaf for breakfast, but yes, if I can't figure out how to set in the sleeves in a basic tube T-shape, I think I do need a snack. I just don't know what I want. And at the moment, there's no pre-made snacks, so I would have to cook snacks, and I can't cook and sew at the same time. You are very correct, Allie. Phoenix needs to open up the human concession stand pretty soon here. Okay. Now we've got 2 tubes. We've got our bottom for the sleeve. These sleeves are going to be pretty short, but poofy. Oh, that's fine. We just used up the entire piece of Goodwill fabric. This is Phoenix sews zero waste, and sometimes you just have to put up with the consequences of your sleeves not being as long as you'd like because you only had so much fabric to stitch with. So I guess if we're going to be... I know exactly. No pre-made human snacks for the Phoenix right now. The circus makes sure that the animals are tended to, but humans, sometimes you gotta fend for yourself, and that means being hungry. I didn't prepare for sewing. You are correct, Allie, as you usually are. Phoenix was not fully prepared for today's misadventures in sewing. But while I'm still partly feeling perplexed about the finishing of this garment that's so close, and the rolled hem foot is on, I might start cracking away at the 20 yards for the bottom of that silver circle skirt for the can petticoat cover skirt. Oh, even crunchy morsels are good snacks, long lasting in the drawer. Oh, Ellie, I bought myself a 6-pack of those violet candies that I haven't opened up yet, but they are so, the volatile compounds of that violet smell are so strong that I just like go into the kitchen and sniff. I am a fan of the salty, crunchy morsels. This is where Phoenix gets in trouble for talking about salty nuts. Okay, we should... Okay, I have 2 sleeves. We just have to attach stud sleeves to dress. But let's... I'll set that aside and work on this pile that needs rolled hemming. Oh. Ooh, the violet chocolates. I don't think I've had violet chocolates. These are just plastic. Well, I could run and go get them. They fit right in the side drawer, right? Next to my 5th of square vodka that I don't have, there's also salty snacks. Okay. My rotary cutting was not the bestest, but here we have lots to roll hem, so maybe we'll just start to like gently free a strip and stitch a strip. Or we'll free one row. I'm gonna have to look for these violet chocolates now. Ugh. Ellie, you always tease me with so many exciting things that I've like not heard of or didn't know I needed in my life, and now I fall in, and then I go into these rabbit holes. I just hope that this is not one of these unicorn chases you're sending me down, because sometimes you send me looking for unicorns. You know, I don't know why I don't always. Actually, I do know. I didn't change the blade, and I let Dove cut leather with my rotary cutter. And I don't know how. Can you sharpen those rotary blades, or are they just you use them, you lose them? Oh, doesn't matter. Where? Oh, this didn't even cut. You like scored the fabric. Oh, this is fun. Okay. Phoenix is so good at ultra best at cutting with scissors. You know what I mean? I also tried to cut too many layers of fabric, and the machine and the rotary tool was like, yeah, no, Phoenix, we don't feel like that much work. Oh, what the? It's a good thing I've got like the score line. I'll just cut. Cut aside, sew aside. I guess this is a place where if I was standing, then I wouldn't complain my butt hurts in another hour, but oopsie poopsie. Oh, now I want Chinese food. Can I have some veggie lo mein, please? Just because I love those black funguses. Okay, so that's good to know, Ellie. Some rotors are okay to sharpen, some are not. It's the type of blade edge that matters. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. I got this one. I think I've got more blades though, so I'm not completely out of brand new ones. I think out of this fabric, or I've got one that's a little bit lighter. I want to do a pair of pants and a matching top that looks like loungewear, but also I can wear to the office. That would be a too funny name, Butt Hurt Sewing. That would be a funny channel. Welcome to Butt Hurt Sewing, where if your butt doesn't hurt, you've not been sewing. We could make that we could. My brain could come up with some skits for that. Oh no, we've got skits and shits at Butt Hurt Sewing. If you don't laugh so hard, you don't think you're gonna wet your pants, I didn't do a good job. You get your money back, except that the show is free. So unfortunately, you can't get your time back. Oh, the insanity that's Phoenix getting excited about sewing 400 yards of rolled hem. Oh. Let's try that again because that was not, we can stitch better than that. Or we only rip it out if we know we can actually do better. If we think we really couldn't if we tried it a second time, why bother? Okay. I think I just wasn't rolling it enough. Okay, there we go. No, just... I told you which direction I need you to stitch it. I am not kidding. I haven't had this problem in a while where I'm missing the... I'm not catching the seam. What's going on? Oh, now we are, and now I try... I'm gonna pick... I'm gonna pull this out. If I can... This, I think I can do better if I take the time, if I just unpick it now, because we want this to be the best rolled hems. And I just sewed all sorts of beautiful rolled hems. Why are you trying to make me butt hurt, rolled hemmer? Okay, I'm just... Good thing about not back stitching, there's nothing attached, so we'll just do the frog stitch and rip it good. Rip it good. Oh, but I forgot in this outfit I really do need to make sure I sit up straight, because then we don't want to look like roly-poly. Mama's little fatty. Roly-poly, daddy's little fatty, eating corn and bacon all the time. Roly-poly, daddy's little fatty. That's such a funny song. Okay, now we can start again. Because then we just have to sew all the rolled hems, do the gathering, attach the ruffle to the bottom, add a waistband, do some hooks and bars, and call it a skirt. Okay, I'm going to try to fold this a little bit better and see if I can get a better connection. Okay, we're catching. It's just really very tenuous. go. I don't think I was just giving it enough fabric. It's being too stingy. Well, yeah, it looks like we'll be here for a little while sewing rolled hems, because why do I want to do the fun stuff of hand basting and fitting that top if nobody's going to see it? But I could just do it myself just so I can, because I really want to, yeah, we'll see. It's my show. My stitching bitch. Oh, Phoenix, you were. Snack time. I know, I wonder if by the end of the year it'll actually start to look like we've made a dent in this spool of the gunmetal gray. Okey-dokey. Yeah, so now just some beautiful straight line sewing for yards on end. Oh, Allie, are you laughing? There needs to be a 5-pack in that drawer. Let me run to the kitchen. Okay. One. Howard's Violets. Oh, it's been so good. I bought this pack it's been sitting for 2 weeks. Those are not my favorite snips. Oh, the smell of these violet candies. Okay. Now I want Chinese food and chocolate butter. Oh, but I've never... Who makes those chocolate violet ones? And can't be... Okay, you can't say it. It's never happened. Just gonna suck on my violets now. I know these are so... Oh, it is. It's so good. Just like I remembered. But I doubt this recipe's probably changed in 180 years. Do you think the chocolate are Bridgefords? Let me just take a picture of that so I can recall that for later. Okay. Ooh. Well, eat violets instead of roses. Okay. Just drive the direction I told you to, kids. Oh, wow, I really am hungry. This will satiate me because I'm not crunching on my violets. I'm just letting them take their time. Much better than Pez. Oh, getting lost in rolled hem the straight line in the vast expanse that's rolled hem land. These beautiful long swaths of just stitching. Oh, we must be getting close to the end. All right. Oh. I think I'm... No? Yes. Okay. I was only sitting on I only had the wheels of my stool on the fabric. That was not going to be helpful. Alright, I'll just free the rest of this length. At least it's scored so I know where I need to cut. Or finish cutting. I think I was trying to cut too many thick layers because I just wanted it to be done. Oops. Oh, I like the metallic quality of this color. Like liquid metal silver. Or should we just call it mercury if it's going to be like have movement to it? This is my mercury colored outfit. Because I have such a mercurial personality. Actually, I really don't consider myself to have that mercurial type. Okay. One panel free as a bird now. Oh, the best part about the rolls, though, all these rolled hems, is we get to have that amazing dramatic piece at the end where we pull all the whole length from the bottom of the floor, where it's like getting piled up on the treadle and you're hoping you're not going to step on it and rip something. Like the best part. This giant long pulling scene. I'm going to have to look for those chocolate violets. That is not one that I've tried, but I've had candied oh, the flower candies are just top notch. But Phoenix is the embodiment of some old ethnic granny. Just call me Baba Phoenix. You know, today's one of those shows where you can just put us on in the background. There's not oodles of talking, not too much grumpiness, mostly just the sweet sounds of the treadle. All right, first done. Okay. Okay, let's at least get this panel done. Be free from my foot. How are you stuck? Oh, I know, because one of the ends of this roll, there was it either got really hot and melted, or it was on some type of a tape. So when we were unwinding it, it got very... It was very glued together. So it's just a chunky section that's making it not very nice. So we're just gonna extract that horrible disfigurement. And attempt to stitch on Wayward Son. Okay, one panel of 5 gajillion left to go. Okay. I've got a gajillion more to go. I have more sewing in me, but I need a snack. And it's been almost 3 hours. People are enjoying their family, which you should all do that. I will be back on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see what I sew between now and then, because yeah. All right, Phoenix, you're being silly. All right, don't wait till tomorrow to be fabulous today. Don't laugh at others unless you've laughed at yourself. And everybody have fun. I will be back on Wednesday. All right, I'm hitting the end stream button. All right, have fun, everybody. Bye.